From all the interesting places I have visited, I carry souvenirs. Usually these are not big or expensive. They don't clutter up my room or collect dust. Sometimes they're not even visible, but are carried only in my heart, in my memory, as deep impressions that have left a lasting imprint on my soul and changed me forever. One of the unforgettable places I have visited is the amazing land of Laos, and its spirit will haunt me to my dying day. It is a spirit of love and serenity which permeates the land and its people. But it is also a spirit of woundedness, a knowledge that some wounds never disappear, but permanently mark our land, our memory, our soul. These wounds are very visible in many parts of the country. The beautiful farmland is pockmarked by strange craters which make it look like the surface of the moon. These craters, large and small, were left by bombs dropped in a secret illegal war over a generation ago. Dropped by us. From 1964 until 1973, in 580,000 secret bombing missions, the United States dropped more than 2 million tons of bombs onto this tiny land with whom we were not at war. This is equal to a plane load of bombs every 8 minutes, 24 hours a day for 9 years. More bombs were dropped onto this tiny country than were used in all the world during the horrific Second World War, so that Laos has the unenviable distinction of being the most bombed country in the history of the planet. Farmers, villages, children, nothing was spared, and anything that moved was a target. It is impossible to fathom the destruction wrought, the lives lost, the families shattered, quite literally shattered. One of the most insidious aspects of this tragedy, this crime against humanity, is that it is the gift that keeps on giving. Up to 1/3 of the bombs dropped did not detonate at the time and still lie there just under the surface in all their devastating power, so that to this day, on a daily basis, children and farmers run into them and are blown to pieces. The wounds inflicted on the land continue to bleed, long after the secret war was exposed, decades after the planes stopped their infernal missions. Crutches, wheelchairs, artificial limbs are as common a sight over there as cell phones are over here. So many bombs are left everywhere that the farmers make their cattle fences out of the large standing bombshells, eerie reminders of a history that does not go away. I brought home a souvenir from Laos, and one I can hold in my hand. It is a simple aluminum spoon, a spoon I watched being made. In the village of Ban Napia, the people have had enough of bombs and have decided to melt them down in homemade kilns, then recast them in homemade molds, making them into spoons. With this spoon, which was once a bomb, life is nourished, not destroyed. With this spoon, world hunger, a hunger for food, a hunger for peace, a hunger for the obliteration of hunger and the establishment of lasting peace, begins to be satisfied. With this spoon, a child is fed, not maimed. May all the bombs of the world be melted into spoons. May all the wounds of humanity, from Calvary to Laos, to our own hearts and our own homes, melt into scars of wisdom. May the cross melt into the empty tomb. May death for all of us melt wonderfully into new and eternal life.